Hello, trading has closed on the 26th of September 2023. As always, we'll begin with our disclaimer. We'll go over our calls and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 27th of September 2023. Remember, these are predictions. I can be wrong. I can change them. And I'm not through with my personal business, and I have less time than usual to spend on my analysis. If you care to risk money on my calls, please bear that in mind. Look for the pattern today. Let me show you. Today was the pattern with the early low. Tomorrow should also have the early low. I said if we didn't take out the high of day promptly, I thought we'd trade lower, but further weakness should lead to a good bottom. So we didn't take out the high promptly. We did trade lower. We got weakness. And the question is this a bottom? We do have a higher target, 42.95.29, and if we don't get down smartly, that's my call for tomorrow. We get to cross an old target from 3.5 months ago off the list, 42.74.68, and look how the market remembered that price after 3.5 months. These numbers aren't just targets, they're also support resistance areas. Amazing stuff. Well, during the day, MEJT said this drop wasn't the real thing, says we're going to trade over this high. That's my call, 42.95.29. As always, you gap down smartly, it's killed. It's tough to catch a falling knife like this, but there are a number of reasons to think this low is going to hold, at least for now. Here are the DeMark's comp. We actually have the sequential and combo buy signals in alignment. The green is the combo. We have 12 bars, but the last 3 bars don't have to obey all the rules. And since this bar I marked X hit a new low, even though the close doesn't obey all the rules, I count that as bar 13. We also have 8 bars out of 9 for the 9-13-9 sequential signal, but any close under 43.30, which is quite a ways away, is going to complete the pattern, and the pattern can finish early. So for all intents and purposes, unless we gap way up here, we have combo and 9-13 sequential buy signals in alignment. And when this works, this is one of DeMark's most powerful signals. Again, when it works, it should lead to a good rally. We're also trading way under the lower Bollinger Band. That's not a time I personally look to initiate new short positions. I've seen a number of people on the internet saying we're going to crash here, and although there are no absolutes in the market, I'm going to say almost absolutely when lots of people are calling for a crash, we're not going to crash. I think usually more often than not it's quite the opposite. This is a channel. You connect this and this and this, and you draw a parallel, and you see we hit it right now. So we're right on the bottom of the channel. Of course, you could gap under it and forget the whole thing, but if we don't gap under it, that's support. Here's the wave count I've had for a long time. This is either 3 or 1 of 3. We have A and have B, and you want to pick a logical value for C. Look at that. C equals A right at today's low. Doesn't get prettier than that if it works. For that to work, this should hold. Now if it breaks it by a point or two, I don't really care. But there's your ABC. That doesn't mean that we're ending wave magenta 4 or black 2. This could be just an A of an ABC. You don't know at this point. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if that were just A, because this wave 2 is actually longer than this, and usually 2 is shorter, but that's the usual. That's not an absolute, but we have completed an ABC pattern. Wednesday's pattern has the early low regardless of where we open. Typically it's a rally day with a high in the final hour, but if it's weak, it should see more weakness in subsequent days. DeMarc's combo and 913.9 sequential buy signals triggered today. There's an ABC pattern at the low of day. There's a higher MEJT target. If we don't get done smartly, the rules call for it to print. Option players are buying puts at levels typically seen at market lows. Don't forget that channel. That's a lot of evidence here. Today's low is an excellent candidate for the end of this leg of the consolidation. There's not enough evidence for me to say the consolidation's over, but if the low of day doesn't break significantly, I think we're going to have a sizable rally from here. It could be a shockingly good rally. It all depends on this low holding, and there's a good chance it will. Here's our target for tomorrow, but there's no reason for us to stop there. So pattern with the early low tends to be a rally day. This has a number of characteristics associated with market lows. We called for a low this week. There's a good chance that's it. And that's today's call.